Raghav had spent 20 years digging graves on the outskirts of a forgotten village in southern India, where the soil was always damp and strangely warm, as if something beneath it breathed slowly in the dark. On a night thick with silence and unmoving wind, he was assigned to bury a young woman whose body had arrived without family, without history, and with eyes that refused to stay fully shut, no matter how much cloth he pressed over them. As he lowered her into the earth, the lantern beside him flickered violently despite the still air, casting shadows that stretched and twisted unnaturally across the cemetery, as though something unseen was circling just beyond the reach of light. Each time he shoveled soil into the grave, he felt a faint vibration beneath his feet, subtle at first, but growing stronger with every passing moment, until it resembled a slow, deliberate knocking from inside the coffin he had just sealed. Fear crawled into his chest as he paused and listened, noticing that the surrounding graves had begun to sink ever so slightly, their surfaces collapsing inward as if hollowed out from below by something moving through the earth like a patient predator. Desperate to finish his work, he forced the last mound of soil into place, only to realize that the fresh grave would not stay filled, as the dirt kept sinking and shifting downward, as though being pulled into a vast emptiness beneath. When he finally stepped back, trembling and exhausted, the ground around him suddenly stabilized, and in the dim lantern glow, he noticed that all the older graves had sunken deeper than before, their headstones now tilting toward the one he had just buried. At dawn, villagers found Raghav sitting silently beside the grave, staring at the ground with hollow eyes, because sometime before sunrise he had understood the truth that the cemetery was not a place where bodies were buried, but a place where something below patiently consumed them. And the new grave he had dug was not for the woman, but as a doorway that had finally opened wide enough to reach the surface.